Good afternoon. My name is Angela. I'm going to briefly present on the concepts of risk and return and how they relate to Catholic ministry context through the concept of margin for mission. Risk and return are closely related financial concepts. Risk refers to uncertainty, the possibility that an outcome may not meet expectations, and return is the benefit gained from taking that risk. Typically, higher returns require accepting higher levels of risk. In the Catholic diocesan context, however, return is not the ultimate goal. Instead, financial return supports what we call margin for mission. This means we generate financial surplus so that the resources can be reinvested into ministry, outreach, and service. So, we are not in it for profit. We are in it to play what Simon Sinek calls the infinite game. We want to extend the mission of Christ literally until the end of time. So for us, winning means the ability to stay in the game. And without margin, we cannot sustain that mission. The USCCB recognizes this need and provides these guidelines for bishops that they are to receive, cultivate, share, and return with increase the goods of the church. The bishop's job is to create margin for mission so that they are transforming and increasing assets to achieve the maximum missional impact. Here is an actual real life happening right now scenario. This is happening in the Archdiocese of Denver. There's a current project that's been proposed. It was proposed by a committee that was established by the previous Archbishop of Denver, who has retired. So now this is set into motion, and the current Archbishop will have to make the ultimate decision and greenlight this project, or decide it's too risky and put a pause on it. Here's the project. This Mullen home is about 100-year-old residence. It was run by the Sisters of the Poor for the benefit of the elderly poor in Denver. You see the original structure in the picture is a white structure with a red roof. The committee established by the former Archbishop proposes a market rate senior living community. So we're still serving senior citizens, but this time at market rate. You see the expansion proposed there is a long corridor with 3 wings. The expansion and renovation of the older building is projected to cost $150 million. This is a massive capital investment for the Archdiocese of Denver. So let's talk about the risks and potential rewards. So the first risk, number 1, is huge. It is a massive capital investment for a diocesan entity. $150 million is a lot of money. Just for context, the average diocese or archdiocese has around $100 million cash reserves. That's not the operational funds in a given fiscal budget, but that still goes to show you that $150 million is a massive capital investment for a diocesan entity. It'll be paid back over a long period of time. Within that time, of course, there's market uncertainty as to what interest rates will do. And then also just market uncertainty in terms of how will senior citizens be served 10 years from now, 30 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now. The infinite game comes into play when making this decision. Also, the new Archbishop has to decide, does this project represent mission drift? Making such a large capital investment into something with this much potential risk, does it detract from the general mission of the Archdiocese? Of course, there are potential returns. I mean, he could achieve the dream of having a sustainable and stable revenue stream, which he could use to fund other mission around the Archdiocese. And there's also the hope that there would be community impact to the local community in terms of partnerships with all the vendors that will be needed to serve the Mullen home residents. So the new Archbishop is the steward of the church's goods in the Archdiocese of Denver. He is required by canon law to act with prudence and strongly suggests a balanced risk strategy. So for the Archbishop, his task is to decide whether this high-risk project is well balanced with the other investment strategies of the Archdiocese. Of course, the goal is to achieve sustainable margin for mission and at the same time protect the long-term resources of the Archdiocese. If it was me and I was advising the Archbishop, I would urge him to act with caution after seeing the overall picture, acknowledging that this Mullenhome project is truly high risk. How does that balance out? If I was advising him, I would urge caution.